Hey there, we're watching trailers and we're going to react to it. We'll give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down and we'll give our general thoughts on the review of this said trailer. If you enjoyed this content, please make sure that you like, follow, and subscribe. Become a nerd, join the nerddom. We love you. Hugs and kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You're cute, you're adorable, you're beautiful, you're wonderful. I've ran out of things to say. All right, here we go.
Severed leg. I think that sold it for me.
And it's based on true story. All right. Next up, we have another wonderful trailer, but not nearly as weird as this one. This is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Just going ahead and prefacing now. I've got everyone that's ever watched this has a feeling that something's going to happen. I'll gauge you boys at the end of it.
All right. Real quick before you press play.
Yep.
And I have not seen Love and Thunder yet. Have y'all seen Love and Thunder?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, the Guardians of the Galaxy in that.
They are, but it's not necessary for you to know that they're in it.
Okay,
honestly.
all right, cool. All right,
Yep.
I just didn't want to get spoiled with anything.
All you're missing is how they got rid of Thor. Pretty much is basically basically all their part was in the story.
They're not like the trailer kind of made it seem like they were going to be the whole movie.
Yeah, they're not.
They're definitely not in the whole movie.
Okay.
They're basically in like the first section of Act 1 and then they're done.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Marvel Studios Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
We were
One
gone.
thing we know for sure, it's going to have a killer soundtrack.
Oh, I like the song choice they picked for
No
this
matter
one too.
what happens next, the galaxy still needs its guardians.
Hello, we come in peace.
Seriously, dude?
No!
Don't forget where we came from.
We have been running our whole lives. Pete, I'm done running.
We'll all fly away together. One last time. Into the forever. That beautiful sky. We are
Anyone who gets in our way.
No, not kill anyone.
Kill a few people.
Kill no people.
Kill one guy, one stupid guy who no one loves.
Now you're just making it sad.
And because I am a fan of James Gunn's music selections, that was In the Meantime by Space Hog from 1995. So the soundtrack will be the 90s this time. Getting a little grungy. All right, boys. We do it again. TJ, Jared, and myself. TJ, your reaction.
Okay, so I'm not sure how I feel about Jacked Groot. Right?
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing that's throwing me off. Like, I know, like, the Gamora stuff, like, she's not going to be necessarily part of the Guardians at first. I'm sure that will happen.
Yeah.
I would like to see a Vin Diesel movie where he's not, everything's not about family, right?
True.
Yeah, I mean, it was like how many Fast and Furious was like, it's all, all the memes, it's like family, now there's got to be one where it's like Groot. Because the first time I saw that when he's like shooting, he's like, we are Groot. I'm like, oh shit, Vin Diesel's talking about family again.
He is.
Other than that, like, man, it looks like it's going to be, Guardians of the Galaxy. It's going to be fun. It's going to be, part 3, probably long overdue. I haven't seen the Christmas special yet.
It's a pretty fun time, 45 minutes, not inconsequential if you don't watch it, though.
Okay. That's it. That's all I got.
All right, Jared.
Well, so as we've discussed on this show several times, I think we're all pretty much big Chris Pratt fans in whatever Chris Pratt does. Chris Pratt could read the dictionary in a field with nothing around, and we would watch that man do it and be entertained by it. Now, after Avengers, it's kind of that's why I asked before we watched this about Love and Thunder, because there's a big hole there with Gamora being gone, and I kind of wanted to see how. And it's nice to see dadgummit, her name Nebula. It's nice to see that Nebula is a part of the team now. And I think you get a little bit at the end of Endgame where they all kind of come together and you can tell hey, this is the team now.
Okay, yeah, then you are missing that context from not having seen Thor: Love and Thunder. Then
okay,
just that she's there though, right? Just that she's there.
Yeah. So okay, all right, yeah. So I guess it might get into that as far as Gamora goes.
No, Nebula.
Oh, okay.
This is the first time we've seen Gamora since Endgame.
Right. Yeah. No, I was saying I think since Gamora in Endgame, Nebula kind of she fills the hole, but it kind of completes the team, and you just you get left feeling kind of like, okay, she's one of them now. Mm-hmm. So when they're all matching uniforms, though, it kind of makes it a lot better. So I'm a big fan of Guardians anyway. Again, a lot of it is their gosh darn great music selection. And but the whole cast really brings it together. It's one of those group movies where it really feels like, in a way, kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy, kind of like its own Avengers, because no one character is more important than the rest of the characters. There's not really a support. I mean, I think you could argue Chris Pratt is kind of the main character, but they're all, it's nobody feels like a supporting role. They all feel like the main character. So yes, super excited about this one. Only problem is I gotta wait till May to watch it.
Yeah.
Okay, before you start, Kak, I have a couple questions.
Go for it.
So where they land, at the first of the trailer, that housing edition, is that supposed to be Earth?
Oh my gosh, TJ, that's a great question. Would you like me to inform you with my research knowledge?
Sure, yeah.
It's a place called Counter Earth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, because the main reason was, the housing edition, but also with Thor, all the Asgardians and those aliens that would come, and it's maybe they had their own, little housing edition set up. But also, what is up with the Among Us suits?
I don't know. I just think just a fun little fresh thing there. I don't know why they're Power Rangers color coded suddenly, but whatever. Who knows? Without context, who knows what any of this crap means?
Yeah, that's true.
So, one more thing, and I may just TJ made me think of something. I may not have caught up on this again because I haven't seen Love and Thunder yet, so I don't know. But I get a dose of the quantum realm here. Is that where we're headed for this next phase of Marvel? That's going to be a lot of quantum realm related stuff.
So for this one, I'm not sure. I don't think so, but I also don't know how they're going to tie things together, right? So the main villain, we see him in a couple shots, but he's the individual that's overseeing the girl with white hair running through the white kind of like gerbil wheel, the hamster wheel, and he's also the main guy from that led the team in Peacemaker. I don't know if you remember the black guy that was in charge, but he James Gunn collects people. Once you become one of his actors or whatever, and he ends up liking you, you're now in everything else he ever does. So with the High Evolutionary, that's the name of the villain, we're going to have connections to the creation of Rocket Raccoon. So we're going to actually learn Rocket's backstory. We're also going to see this Counter Earth. So Counter Earth from the comics is heavily tied to High Evolutionary. High Evolutionary just grew tired of how corrupted and bad Earth was, so he went and essentially created his own Earth, but instead of people, they're animal people. So he made Zootopia, and It's supposed to be a perfect and ideal world. And in the comics, someone messes with it. And so he sends a figure known as Adam Warlock, who is the golden figured individual that had the diamond in his forehead, to go and clean up his counter-Earth. How the Guardians end up there, how it all ties together, I don't know. But I mean, that's part of the fun, right? Now we have questions, you have comic book tie-in to where if you know the comics, you're like, hey, these things make sense. I kind of guess where we're going, but at the same time, you don't know because James Gunn could just James Gunn us all. Who knows?
So does this mean Zootopia is officially part of the MCU?
I think we need to be more worried about the furry concepts. I think the furry potentials here are the more troublesome thing. But with this, it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Now, you both didn't touch on it, and TJ, you kind of went the opposite direction. You said it's going to be a good, fun time. A lot of people, myself included, believe that anywhere from 2 to almost all of the Guardians of Galaxy will die in this movie. Based on the song kind of tone, it was an epic version of Space Hogs. In the meantime, and while In the Meantime isn't necessarily a sad song, there is a lot of conversations about finality in that song, the parts that you can understand. I don't know if you remember hearing that song other than the little like oohing at the beginning, but like that British man says his words in a very garbled, marbly way. So I tried to listen to the song and I'm like, I have no fucking clue what he's saying. But so then I read the lyrics like, gosh, yeah. So a lot of people think, Rocket, Drax, maybe Star-Lord, maybe Nebula. There's a lot of people that people think are not going to make it through this. Drax is a big one just because a lot of people have latched on to Dave Bautista saying that he doesn't want to be shirtless anymore, that he doesn't want to play the character, and that he's pretty much done once James Gunn is done. So they probably think that character's getting put in the dirt. And really, character-wise, character arc-wise, there's not a lot more for some of these characters. So it's very uncertain. With this being James Gunn's last Guardians, after this, he's off to DC and may not be back in Marvel ever again.
Until DC fires him.
Or until DC fires him because DC just can't handle anything. But like for the foreseeable future, there may be a lot of finality to the Guardians of the Galaxy while a new team will spring forth, right? A lot of people think that Adam Warlock will take over as a Guardian, and then whoever else lives will also join that team. But
so,
yeah.
What's that?
Well, go ahead and finish what you're going to say.
You go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I applaud his efforts in DC. He should get along nicely over there because all you got to do is take bribes from DC. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was running for Congress.
You just got nerded, politicians.
I had to get that in there.
You just got nerded. Capital City.
Moment of rage.
All right. Let's give a thumbs up, thumbs down. TJ.
I'm going to give it a thumbs up just because it's another Guardians of the Galaxy movie. And, when they first started, it was like, who the hell are these? And now it's like, we got to have these guys and everything. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this one.
Jared.
Total all the way. Team Pratt. Team Guardians of the Galaxy. Thumbs up all the way.
Thumbs up. And man, I just know that at some point I'm going to cry in this movie.
Yep.
Because James Gunn is going to break my heart because even in the more fun-loving Guardians Volume 1 and Volume 2, he still had moments that break your heart, right? Like the whole father, son, dying mother thing. Like just all of it just finds a way to kick you right in the stomach. And this isn't going to be much different. And the very first... one thing that I haven't even talked about, one thing that hasn't even been mentioned, there's another Guardian that isn't in this trailer at all. It's Sean Gunn, James Gunn's brother, Kraglin, who now wears the Yondu mohawk.
Okay.
He's in the holiday special. He's in Thor: Love and Thunder. He appears, I believe, there at the end of Endgame. He is nowhere to see in this trailer. I got bad news if your name's Kraglin. I think you're dying in this movie fairly early. All right. That's that trailer.